Hello, my name is Marcello with 3S Shooting Sports Software. Today, I'm going to show you how to pay a shooter with cash. So before we begin, I would like to start out by saying that all of the financial data and shooter names have been scrambled for this tutorial. This means that all of the financial data and the shooter names are not going to match the actual shooters from this tournament. So, let's begin. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the Payoff Utilities menu, and then we're going to select number 6, Pay with Shooters. Then we'll select Pay by Cash. Now, you'll notice this black and red box. This is saying that if you have already built your check payoff file, you will need to rebuild it if you're paying with only one check at the end of the tournament. If you are paying off day by day and somebody comes up and gets paid by cash after you've built that check file, you're going to need to redo it. So I'm going to go ahead and click I accept, and now I'm going to enter in a shooter's number. I'm going to click find, and now I can see that this shooter has not had any payouts yet. From this top line here, I can see that we owe them $354. We can see that we've never paid them anything yet, and that we have not selected anything to be paid. So typically the way it works is that you would pay out the previous day starting at noon. So before noon, you could pay out for the first day, the second day, assuming that we are on day 4. Since it is 2:34 in the afternoon, we know that we can go ahead and pay them up to day 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select the check mark that is next to the total for each part of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and select up to event 7 because we're on day 4. We're not going to pay out the current day. And here we can see that we're about to pay out the shooter $200. I'm going to go ahead and click pay. And here, this report is going to give you a total of how much is to be paid out for what events have been paid out. And you're going to have the shooter sign and print their name on the sheet of paper. This way, you can always keep track of who has been paid by cash. For example, I was once at a shoot where we had a shooter collect another shooter's money. The shooter who was supposed to be receiving the money was not aware that his friend had already picked up his cash for him. So when he came to the window, we thought we messed up. We paid him a second time. Luckily, he was honest, came back to us a couple hours later and went, "My friend picked up the money. Here's what you guys paid me. Sorry about the confusion." So if you can keep track of who has collected what money, it's going to be a lifesaver. The other thing that you can do is always ask to see an ATA card or an ID. That is something that we have started doing at our shoots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the print button and get the copy for the shooter to print, and then I'm going to click the print button again, and we are going to have a copy for the shooter to keep. So I'm going to go ahead and click close. Now it's going to ask us if the cash receipt printed. I'm going to go ahead and say yes and click OK. And then I'm going to go ahead and type in somebody else's number. And here we can see that this shooter is owed $157. So because we're paying out up to day 4, I can see that we will pay her for events 1, 3, 4, and 7. So that's going to be $120. Because we're not paying out day 4, it's the current day. So I'm going to click pay. Once again, same report, have the shooter print their name and sign, print 2 copies, and close out of the report. It's going to ask you if the receipt printed. I'm going to go ahead and say yes, click OK. So now if we were to pull up either one of those shooters again, we can see that these events have already been paid. The already paid matches what has read, and there is still $154 to be collected by this shooter. So this shooter's name is Bladder Nikki, and I'm going to go ahead and close out of her. So now if we were to run our checks, we can see that So we can see that Nikki is still owed $154, which matches with the paid by cash screen. So using the pay by cash will not invalidate your checks unless if you've already built the file. So for example, if I were to go back and pay her off with the remaining $154 and then go and print the checks, she would get paid that $154 in cash and check. So that's the reason why you want to be sure to always build your check payoff file right before you print the checks as soon as pay by cash is closed. So you don't want to let anybody pay by cash while you're printing checks. So we're going to go ahead and close out of this, and that's all it takes.
If you have any questions, feel free to email us at support@shootingsportsoftware.com or call us at 1-801-396-7800. If you like that video, hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see when we post new content, hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to receive notifications on when we post new videos, hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching.